Hey, it's RaS-Metalinfy here, back again with a raw and unedited video. And I'm sorry my voice is a bit thingy. I've just woke up and I've literally just got I've just woke up with like a dry throat and I'm drinking, but yeah, my mouth's still not working. You know when you wake up in the morning, half you still fast asleep. That's the way it is at the moment. Yeah, so this is just a bit of a different video again. As you can see, I'm going to be straight for the camera. I'm going to be just move my mic a little bit more. Just talking again to you guys. Just to explain the t-shirt, you see the top part. This t-shirt was tested on animals. Don't sound too good. So basically, yeah, it's a joke. Look, and they all looked awesome. So just in case, because I just see this bit there where I'm like, this t-shirt was tested on animals. Don't look too good. Yeah, I am here, RaS-Metalinfy, and if you can see, look next to me. That is Luna, my cat, sitting on my bed. She's a new cat I rescued from Battersea Cats and Dogs Home. She is 6 years old. She was 6 years old in January. I've had her nearly 2 months now. Yeah, she was a lovely cat. Not many people wanted her because she was a bit... her previous owners kind of neglected her, and not really neglected her, but they had young kids who sort of tormented her a bit, and it's made her very skittish. She's a bit scratchy. She's beautifully friendly. Like, you play with her for hours, but she might every now and then have a little bite at you or scratch at you. If you also look in the background over here, there, that is my terrarium. I might have to do maybe a little close-up show of them one day in a video if you guys are interested. And I have 2 little geckos. I think they're crested geckos. Not 100% sure on the breeds yet. They're very small. They're only about this big at the moment. They've already skinned. They're very healthy. They're eating the mealworms. They've got a lovely little setup. If you need a few more things for the cage looks empty from here. But you can't actually see. Like, there's a bush here on this side of it. Like, it goes from the bottom to the top, and that's where they are. They're always in that thing. They've got a little cave. They've got their food bowl, a water bowl. They've got other little plants, little logs, things like that. I've got plenty of stuff in there, but I want to make it more foresty. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about something that people are probably pissed off about. Not so much I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the whole situation that everyone's in. So, unless you've been asleep or you have no idea what's been going on in the last few weeks or so, we are currently in quarantine because of COVID-19, which is a type of coronavirus. Also known as coronavirus. A lot of a false thing is people saying coronavirus is a new disease. It's not. Coronavirus has been around a long time. If you look at bottles of like deodorants and I don't know what I'm exampling with water, but bottles of Dettol and bathroom cleaners. If you look at the bottom of some of them, it's actually said on the bottom of them for years kills the coronavirus, because SARS, I think, was a coronavirus, and there's been a number of other viruses that have been, but this is a new strain. This new strain, I can't speak. This new strain now is the one we're having trouble with because we've got no vaccine for it, no cure for it so far, and it's hard for me to. I'm going to talk in my opinions here, so please don't I'm going to be reading some stuff. I've got news open on here. I've got latest news from my sort of, it's actually world news, but it's also got London at the top where I'm from. I'm from West London, if you didn't know. So I'm going to be going through a little bit of what's on the news at the moment about it, a little bit of my personal opinions, things like that, and I'm going to be mentioning things that have been mentioned by political parties and scientists, blah, 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 that might not all be true. We know what the world's like at the moment. We know what governments are like. We know what we know about cover-ups. We know about theories. We know about lies. We know about a lot of that stuff which happens. So yeah, some of the things I say will be disagreed with. Just let me know if you disagree with what I say. Most of it's going to be opinionated. Some things I'm wrong about. Some things I'm reading, they'll be wrong. So I might read a headline there and you say that's completely wrong. Well, that's not my fault. I'm reading a headline. And my opinion, I might say something you might think that's wrong. Well, again, it's my opinion. I might be wrong. Just correct me if I am completely wrong. If I'm completely on the wrong case. So firstly, about the disease itself, it's spreading massively. When it first came out, I don't think anyone took it too seriously. I first saw the news and said, "Oh, there's a virus spreading in Wuhan, China, blah blah blah." From bats, I think it came originally from bats, because I think they used the bats as medicine and stuff in China, don't they? I'm not sure if they actually eat them, but I think they're used in medicine and stuff, or and other various things. I think it came from. I'm not 100% sure if they say it came from the bat's blood or bat's saliva. Sorry. But yeah, it came from bats apparently. There's theories about that saying it's man-made in a lab. There's theories saying it was dumped on China deliberately. There's theories saying the government of China made it because of they'd recently had talks about the overpopulation of China, and they were going to do like a one-child rule or something again, or something like that. I've heard hundreds and hundreds of theories. I'm not going to go into theories. I'm going to go by what I've read from the main news sources, which again could be completely wrong. So yeah, it started in China. No one took it too seriously. I remember here we were laughing about it, me and my friends, and it's like, well, not really laughing about it. It's like, it's still sad. A few people die. We're ill in China, blah blah. We weren't laughing about it, but it was like, it's never going to come here, is it? We're Britain. Look at us now. Look, we've gone through everything. We're a big country. We're gonna have, if something came over here like that, we'll have a injection or a pack of tablets or something, and it'd be gone in no time. And I think most of the governments and big governments of countries saw it like that. Probably the smaller countries that ain't as like, don't have a medical system like we have, and don't have like the more third world countries probably were more worried about it. But I think the likes of like Trump said that basically it weren't going to come. I think Russia was similar. They didn't believe it was going to come. I don't think our government did at all. So it was a bit of a slow reaction now, and there was sort of things slowly happening. Warnings about washing your hands. It all started just wash your hands, blah blah blah, but nothing else was changing. And then as it started getting to what's it at now? I think it's 20,000 deaths now worldwide, I believe. I'm not 100% sure of all these stats. I've got some stats and figures on here, but the summary of today on here is the USA now has over 70,000, just under 70,000, confirmed cases, 1,000 deaths. New York is the worst. I don't know why this is pure American here. New York is the worst affected state in America. The US Senate finally passed this stimulus bill, which I think has been rejected a few times before this, so it's finally coming out now. They're finally going to help the UK. In the UK, they're finally going to help financial support for self-employed, which is awesome because I'm not self-employed myself. I kind of am, but I'm not. I don't think I'm in the stage to get any help. As you know, I'm a home carer I'm a registered home carer for my grandma. But they've finally helped that. They're going to give money to self-employed. And the UK death rate now here is 465 people out of 9,500 confirmed cases. So that is still relatively low in percentages. It's hard. Every death is sad, but we got to look at it this way. Like I think it's a near 90% healing rate. Like people getting cured from this is nearly 90%. And it's going to get worse in places, it's going to get better in places. Parts of China are already improving where it started. It's meant to have been improving massively. Italy did have a spike in deaths, I believe, yesterday. Italy is the worst affected country now, most deaths and everything, surprisingly. I think because of their older population, it's hit North Italy quite bad. Apparently it hit quite a few care homes and stuff like that, so the numbers have gone spiked in Italy. I think they had a spike in deaths yesterday, but I think the number of confirmed cases, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, again, I'm reading off news and what I've heard, and some things I might be saying wrong. I think the number of confirmed new infections has slowly been going down in Italy. Spain is actually on the upload. Spain has just passed China for a number of deaths as well. So Italy and Spain now both have more deaths than China. So yeah, there's a lot going on. It's very worrying for a lot of people. I'm trying to be as normal as possible. We are in lockdown here in West London. We are in quarantine, which means our rules are we can go to the shops to buy essentials like food and drink, and bits you need for the house, whatever. You can go out for an hour a day, I think it is, exercise, 1 time a day exercise. And you can go out to, if you're a key worker, which is like care workers, police, shop owners, things like that. They're all working because I know they've just had an amazing. Everything yesterday. Our volunteers are going to be starting now. Over 500,000, 500,000 people signed up to be volunteers. So big respect to them. I would love to, but I have to kind of isolate more. I still have to go shop it each day to get our bits and pieces in. We didn't have the money when it first started. We had an order come in from Morrison's, but we hadn't really bulk ordered anything. It was just a normal shop. We weren't really expecting the worst to come out. So we got stuff in. We've been buying little bits every day. We haven't gone out like idiots. I hate the panic buyers. Come on, people, please, please, please calm down. It's actually, I should have said this earlier, because it actually has calmed down a lot now. There's a lot more rules now. I think there's 3 items in most supermarkets. They're only letting a few people in at a time. My local shop down the road, apart from putting a few prices up, which is, come on, profiteering in this thing is not acceptable. But apart from that, they're in good stock now. From the first 2 days or 3 days of panic, everything went: toilet paper, eggs, milk, bread, all the hand washes, hand cleaners, wipes, everything disappeared. The first few days for here in my house personally were a bit of a struggle, because we had to get stuff from my nan. My nanny has dementia. If I've mentioned before, I'm a full-time care for my nan. She has dementia and a lot of other health problems. She's bed and wheelchair bound, and she relies on her carers coming in the morning. She relies on medicine. She relies on stuff that became impossible to get, like paracetamols. We can't get paracetamols anywhere. We've had to order some from a chemist, and hopefully we'll get them soonish. But yeah, it's very hard. Like, my nan's bed bound. I have to go each day and get some bits and pieces from the shop, blah blah. I go quite early, so I'll probably go as soon as I finish this video, about 9 AM, I'm going to try and run down, because my local shop opens at 9 AM and it's usually pretty empty then, so I can get everything without having to contact with too many people. My dad's home with me here. My dad lives here. Me, my dad and my nan live together. Him again, he's not out. He's out maybe once a day to pop to the shop to get some bits. And people keep saying, oh yeah, just buy it all in one go, you don't have to keep going out, blah blah blah. It's not like that. One is, the shop is stocking up multiple times a day. I might go down in the morning to get the milk and the bread, and they won't have eggs and they won't have meat or something like that. And then later on in the day, they have another order where you go later in the day and they won't have the bread and they won't have this, but they will have the meat and they will have the eggs. So you have to go, and you have to go to different shops sometimes, because there's some shops that are sold out completely of one thing and not getting them back in. Other shops aren't. I still have to get things like cat food. You have to get your cat food. You can't just let your pets die and stuff in this situation. You still have to do a lot. So, and also my granddad is 84 years old. He visits here every single day, usually from his flat. He walks down the road or he gets the bus down. He's here every single day, and that's been his way of. He's had his own flat. He's lived there and he's done that for years and years and years. He's stopped now. He's 84 years old and he's self-isolating. The only person he has to bring stuff to him is my dad. So my dad has to do the odd bit of shopping, and it's not often. It's like 2 times a week maybe. He goes, gets all the essentials in for my granddad, brings it up to his house, drops it to him, blah blah blah. But apart from that, we're staying very isolated for my nan's sake. My nan, if she caught this, would probably have no chance at all, to be honest. I know I'm smiling and laughing about it, but you gotta get through this. Like, you gotta use laughter, you gotta use jokes. I've been posting memes with my friends and stuff like that. You gotta joke about it. It's sad, yes. I'm not laughing at people dying. I'm not laughing at people suffering. I'm laughing at the situation as a whole almost. I'm laughing at my own. You know what I mean? You gotta laugh. You have to laugh. If you don't laugh, you're crying, and crying's not going to help anyone. Yeah, so yeah, we're locked down. Luckily, we have a nice little back garden. So I've been able to sit in my back garden. I've got a running machine in my back garden, so I'm still trying my fitness. As you can see, I've not lost a ton of weight, but I've actually lost a good bit. The most important for me is losing. One is the weight around my face. I used to have about a treble or quadruple chin. I'm actually down to one single double chin now. Like, still got a bit of weight here I need to lose. Also, my scut and my man boobs. Man boobs are a nightmare, aren't they? They're every fat man's nightmare. But as you can, I don't know, you might not be able to tell because you don't see me as often as I would like to be on here. But I have lost a good bit of weight now. I'm getting there. I'm going the right way. My arms, like, you probably can't tell, but you can see the stretch marks there where I've been losing the weight. I've got a little bit of fat here, a little bingo wing, but I've also muscled up, toned up here. I'm getting there. I'm going the right way. My legs are solid now. My legs are actually, because I've been walking so much, I've been on my running machine so much, my legs have solidified, so I am going the right way. Let me just drink, because I've been talking non-stop. This is one thing I did do when I bought my Morrisons, because I usually stock up on water. I drink water more than anything. Um, so I stocked up on water about a week before Amazon, a week from Amazon, sorry, a week before it all kicked off. And then when I went to get my refills and top ups and stuff, I couldn't get anything on Amazon. So when Morrison's order was doing, I bought a bunch of these really nice, no added sugar, sparkling peach flavoured water. Really beautiful drink now. Only a tiny bit of sugar in it, so it's almost non-sugar. But I still drink mainly water. I've had to refill bottles. That's another point for this. I keep getting told, oh, do your online orders. Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister here, if you don't know, said, don't go out and do your shopping. Do your food orders. Do online food orders. I implore you, do online food orders. Don't go out. And so, yeah, we tried. Like I said, we got the Morrison's one. We were lucky. We got it done before everything kicked off. The day like it fully get into lockdown was like, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do an online order. Came up, sat on my computer here. Asda, nothing available till late April. Tesco, nothing available till late April. Morrison, Sainsbury's, Waitrose, Aldi, I don't think Aldi deliver, Iceland, all these main supermarkets. We tried every single one. There's nothing available till late in April, which we just don't see the point in doing a full order from when we can get our little bits during the week. So it's all well telling everyone not to go out and to do all their online orders, but there's nothing. But even small companies, like we have a local milkman, which you can book a couple of times a week, which does very basics, milk, juice, some breakfast items, fruit and veg. So I thought, oh, I'll try that. No one does that. It's a tiny little company. When I spoke to the guy last time I had it ordered, he said there's only 2 or 3 in this area. They are now fully booked out, and I couldn't get anything on there for a long time. Yeah, little things like, little companies that deliver fruit boxes and veg boxes. Tried a few of them. We have no luck at all. Luckily now, it seems to be improving. People have stopped stupidly panic buying, which hopefully won't come back now, because a few more people got in a bit of a panic yesterday, because yesterday, very sadly, a young 21-year-old girl passed away. Yeah, and apparently she had no underlying health conditions. Like, everyone's been saying, you can only die if you have serious health conditions. I think nearly every other person who's died has had some sort of health condition. They've been very old. They've had underlying health conditions, but this one apparently has none. We'll find out soon. It's not thingy. You might have seen my cuts a few times of my arm and thingy. That was this girl here. I don't know how to point. That was this girl here, who's sitting right here now, looking all happy. Her name is Luna, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. She heard me mention her name. Yeah, she got out one time, and she's not really ready to be out very far yet. But she got stuck in a bush trying to get back to our house. She tried to get over a fence at the wrong place where it was too high. She got stuck in a bush, and I was around trying to help her. And yeah, she does not like being picked up or lifted. I tried just to lift her out, to help her out, and yeah, she flipped out. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Like, there's a lot happening at the moment. Let's look at quickly England on the news and just go through a few things that's happened. One thing I think I mentioned already is the volunteers. Brilliant, over 500,000. But we're trying to think. There's other news happening. Which is really thingy. We've recently had massive floods in Britain as well. Before this hit, we had some really bad floods over the winter and stuff like that. And apparently the help for them has completely stopped because of the lockdowns, because of coronavirus. So a lot of people are still in a lot of trouble from their floods. So hopefully they get their help they need soon. Also today, is it 8 o'clock today? I'm not 100% sure. You might want to look this up. I think 8 o'clock today in Britain, 8 p.m. this evening, there's a thing where everyone's going to stand outside their front door or stop where they are and give a round of applause for all the health workers, all the volunteers, everyone who's out there. Everyone who's out, is this barbecues? People are being told not to leave their homes, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just looking at a news report here. It's just sort of barbecue thing about rule breakers, but does that mean we're not allowed to do barbecues in this lockdown? Oh no, it's people doing, okay, fair enough. These idiots actually done it in a park. Actually, there's a video on here from Shepherd's Bush Green, which ain't too far from me. It's on the BBC website. When I was looking on BBC website on UK Today, on the article about rule breakers. Yeah, loads of people was out sunbathing yesterday, and yeah, I laughing. It is stupid, but please don't, people. Come on, it's so easy to spread. Like, unless you really have to go out, please try and isolate. It's a very simple thing to do. Washing your hands regular. I always keep, if you look here to I can't point there, that little white bowl, that's a disinfectant like spray thing. I spray all my handles with it in the house. I spray my keyboard. My hands are always washed with little hand gels like these. And I'm not over the top, like, I'm not an over the top like thingy, but I'm just being sensible. I don't want my nan to get ill, so yeah, so spraying everything like that. I keep that with me when I go to the shop. Also, I can't point. I don't know. I'm trying to point at things. I'm going all over the place. I take that with me when I go to the shop. Things like when you go to the shop, if you use the bank machine, card machine, or anything like that, ATMs, whatever you want to call them. After using the ATM, I always wash my hands, just because a lot of people are pressing them buttons and stuff during the day. Also, she's having a yawn. Also, when you handle money. Money's a big thing people forget about. You sort of grab your money, put it in your wallet, put it in your purse, or put it in your pocket, whatever. Yeah, money is touching a lot of people. It could be a £5 note you pick up in a shop could go for about 20-30 people a day. You don't know. At least it could go through hundreds of people. And coins as well. Coins are just always going pocket, hand, whatever. Like, there's yeah, just so always keep your. I don't go as far as like washing all my coins, but I do actually give them a spray sometimes. And after I've handled them, when I get them, I usually have my hands sprayed. So like if I'm touching them again, I'm sort of spreading the disinfectant onto them. So yeah. So also isolating. Look, here she comes. Is she gonna come over? Luna? No. Luna? Yeah, she's a lovely cat. She's a really friendly cat. She just gets a bit scared sometimes. She's scared of everything. She's scared of. She's licking my hand now. She's scared of deodorant spray. She's scared of loud noises. The Hoover, the fan behind me. I don't know. I'm gonna point again. The fan there. She's scared of that when it comes on. Any little noise and stuff she runs away from. Look how beautiful she is though. She's a proper tabby cat, really nice. She looks very white because of the sun coming through the window, as you can see. I don't know why I'm pointing. I really need to stop. Yeah, yeah, so I don't think that's all I wanted to talk about really. I've talked about the coronavirus. I'm not going to go too detailed in it. I'm not the person you want to for any scientific knowledge of it and shit like that. I just wanted to give my little on what's happening. Yeah, quarantine. So a bit more about quarantine. As I said, I've mentioned the quarantine, what we're allowed to do and stuff. So as I said, we got a nice garden. I've been sitting out with my music blaring, sitting out in my garden, I should say, having my music blaring, relaxing. I've been gaming, man. I'm a gamer. I love the idea of being stuck at home, not working. My dad's stuck at home with me, which is always nice because it means like he's here to hello, say hello to the camera. Look, it's up there. Up there, Luna. Look, what's that? No, she don't look. Yeah, he's home with me, so he takes care of my nan, which is like the times where I used to be up every morning to look after my nan and stuff. Obviously, with him home now, I have a lot less to do. And my nan also is just very bed and chair bound at the moment. She's very little work to do, just keeping her safe, really, mainly. So it's lovely. The three of us are home. Got my dad into Supernatural. We've just watched the first series. With 6 episodes into the second series. He absolutely loved it. He's never ever heard of it before. Well, he's heard of it. He's heard of me mentioning it and me watching it before, but he's never watched it before. So I've got him sat down watching that, and he absolutely loved it. Like, we watched the first series in a few days. He really, really is loving it. We watched some films together. We haven't done stuff like that I haven't sat with my dad and watched a film in years. We sat and watched a film called Warm Bodies the other night, which is a really fun little zombie film. He watched a bit. I watched Zombieland Double Tap last night, the second Zombieland film. He watched a bit of that with me. We've watched a few little series. We watched things like Death in Paradise on TV, and yeah, really, really, really having a bit of fun, enjoying time with my nan and my dad at home. But also, like, I'm gaming. Back on thing. Everyone's suddenly friendly again. I think I mentioned it in my last video. I've hardly talked to anyone. Like in the last video I done talking to the camera, I hardly spoke to anyone. Like everyone was gone, everyone was working. My younger friends were doing exams. No one was around. No one stopped getting. Everyone was so focused on work, and because I was stuck at home a lot looking after my nan, I was very bored. All of a sudden, quarantine started. Everyone's locked up. I've got about 10 different Discords now inviting me to play games every day. I've got friends wanting to play Warzone and new Call of Duty, which is awesome. I still play Fortnite with a couple of people, which is awesome. One of my old best friends, we started playing, who I hadn't spoke to both. Basically, in a year, we barely spoke to each other. Over a year. And that is after being friends for like 15 years. Or longer than that even. We've started playing State of Decay 2, which is really fun. We started playing Uno, things like that. I got another group of friends playing Minecraft with all the time. It's just everyone started playing stuff. It's awesome. And there is some downside. There's a lot of upsides. So I can just lots of gaming, lots of music, lots of chill. Just being at home, not having to do much, innit? But at the same time, yeah, we're very low on money, which is obviously a downside. Like my dad's home now. I'm not working, but we're still getting pretty much what we were getting, because my dad's on contract, so we're not bad for that. But it's a bit tight, but we're coping easy with that. That's not a big problem. Big problem for me is my mum, my sister, my brother-in-law, my 2 brothers, and my 2 nephews. They're all in isolation, so a lot of family that I can't see, which is kind of sad. Like it was Mother's Day Sunday. I could only speak to my mum on the phone for a little while. It's my brother's birthday. Both my brother's birthdays coming up in April, and we usually have a meal or we have a get together. Blah blah blah. I'm probably going to be the only one missing that because they're all together in one house, and I'm not. Happy birthday! Shout out today. It's my dad's birthday, 26th of March. I just realised that it's my dad's birthday today. So yeah, this is my video for my dad's birthday. And clickbait that. Click happy birthday dad and coronavirus. That's my video title. So isolation's okay. It's not bothering me too much. Still getting my exercise and getting a nice bit of exercise, and what's really nice, everyone has been really friendly. Honestly, people are friendly in this situation. In my area, usually I can walk to the shop in a day, get all my bits and pieces, not have a word to anyone. Like, people don't speak around here a lot of the time. At the moment, everyone you walk past is saying hello to you, even in a little gap, even on a little 6-foot distance. Everyone's saying hello, how are you? Probably just to make sure you don't have an illness or something, but everyone's saying hello, how are you? Everyone's chatting about the situation. Everyone's making sure everyone's okay. There's so many good people around helping people. Like, if there's anyone around my area that needs help, I'll help out. As long as it can be done with minimal contact, basically. Even my neighbour, that I babysit a lot for, I've not had her coming in very often because she's been out and not self-isolating very well. But there's a lot of people not fully isolating. I've got to know people that just like not breaking the rules, but it's very hard for a lot of people. It's very hard for a lot of people not to be able to do it. And then there are the idiots. None around here, luckily, none around my area that I know about. But there are these idiots still going out in big, massive groups, ignoring the advice completely. And as much as you don't want to say it, and as much as you don't want people to get it, some of these people just deserve to catch it. If they're going to act like that and act stupid, they deserve to catch it. You just hope they don't pass it on to innocents who are... These people don't think, like, it might be all cool riding around on your bikes in your big gang on the streets. You're all cool then until you bring it home to your parents or your grandparents, and then you end up killing one of your... killing or making one of your close relatives seriously sick just because you wanted to play out, you wanted to hang around with your little group. So yeah, people, please, that's my only plead with people, please just be sensible. I'm not a fan of Boris at all. I don't want to be doing what Boris Johnson's telling me to do, but he's speaking sense. Like, watching the Parliament even in session recently, it's the best I've seen them in a long time, because they're actually talking to each other. They're not screaming and shouting at each other about silly stuff, not all snide comments and jokes. They've actually been mostly focusing on the situation, and Boris is going to get a lot of stick from everyone. He always will. Whoever's was in at this time will get a lot of stick, but I think he's doing a good job for someone I'm not a massive fan of. Maybe we should have acted faster, but it's all here. You never know, do you? You don't know what's happening. And I understand his sort of reluctance to shut everything down. Like, shutting down pubs is a massive deal. Shutting down parks is a massive deal. Like, I understand the reluctance in it, and sadly it did probably cause more spreading by sort of waiting on that line. But you know what? Bye, cat. He's just, I understand what he's doing, and maybe it weren't perfect, but now's the time just to listen to the rules, follow the rules, clean your hands, keep washing your hands. Like, I've been sitting there, look, just a little bit of thingy, and multiple times a day. Also, just along with this, just how you usually do it. Surely everyone making out like washing your hands is a new thing, but like, surely every time you go to the toilet, every time you eat something, you always wash your hands properly with soap. Just normal soap, hot water. And you're meant to sing happy birthday, is it? You're meant to sing 2 verses of happy birthday? Well, I don't. I sing metal. I sing 2 verses of like Sabaton or something when I'm playing. I'll be rocking out of my sink, like headbanging at my sink, washing my hand. Also, if you've got beards, guys, like me, it's a very good idea to get some beard disinfectant, beard oil or cream or something like that. Or just use these. I can use the hand gel, to be honest, and I can use the spray stuff I got in my beard. And also, if you've got long hair that comes down into your face like that, you might want to thingy it, because, yeah, all that little sort of spread. Like, you're not meant to touch your face, and when I'm out in public, I don't touch my face. But when I'm here, like, I've put all disinfectant stuff on my hands. It's gone into my beard. Hopefully, kills off a lot of it. So, and I've not even gone downstairs yet. Literally, I just woke up, sat forward. Look, you see I'm sitting on my bed. I sit on my bed. I've woke up, sat forward, and made a video. So I'm going to go downstairs in a minute. I'll have a nice hot shower, full scrub down, like things like under your fingernails. Yeah, proper what? It's common sense, isn't it? Stay clean. Don't do the thing. No handshaking. Like, keep your social distances. Blah blah blah. Obviously, in your house you can't really do that because you're in the same situation. Me and my dad can shake hands. Me and my dad can punch each other. Whatever. We're in the same house. We're in the same situation. But like, when any of us comes back, the first thing we always do is wash your hands, things like that, and wash your face down. And yeah, especially because we don't want to give it to Nan. So I'm actually letting my dad do the majority of stuff for my Nan at the moment. And I'm isolating myself a lot from her because I think it'll be much better. We both kind of agreed it's much better if only one of us, just less. It just takes away half the risk of her cat. Oh, I didn't know her cat's by me. I thought she went. She just popped out from the side there. She's waiting for her food. That's why it's still a bit early. It's not even 9 yet. She gets her food at 9:30. Yeah, it's common sense. So guys, that's it. I've been talking for 30 minutes. That's a good old video. Thank you for my subscribers. Thank you for everyone who's been sticking around. Everyone who does watch me up to this point. Probably not very many of you, but much love to you all, especially in these hard times now. Like, please try and stay safe. Try and isolate yourself if you can't. Just be careful when you're going out. I want to hear at the end of this, I want everyone to be safe. I don't want to be losing anyone that I know or anyone. Let's hope we can get this virus on the back foot now. We'll all hopefully fight it off if we do get it, and hopefully we slow down the spread of it, and we can all get back to normal. Like, I want to get back out on the streets and back running and back in the parks and stuff like that. And just the idea has such a small thing. You don't realise when you lose your freedom of just being able to walk down to a Starbucks and get a Starbucks, or it's crazy, everything closed and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, stay safe, people. Much love to you all. I am RaS-Metalinfy. Remember to follow me, like me, subscribe me. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LinfordSK, LinfordSK. Yeah, send me a message. Hit me up below in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts on this whole situation are. Are you scared? If you are, then like, just find people to talk to. Let's get thinking. If you're worried, just put your thoughts and thing in. We'll have a little conversation, whatever. Even on Twitter, if you want to DM me on Twitter or tweet me or whatever. Or we want to chat about anything, just like hit me up. Or if you want just some random cat pictures, mostly, add me on Instagram. Yeah, I'm RaS-Metalinfy. Love you all, and goodbye. I missed the stop recording button 3 times there. I'm good.